As you know, my name is Melanie Osborne, and my children, I have 5 daughters, 4 of them being quadruplets, and my oldest is here today, Laura Osborne. And I definitely was so thrilled to hear about the Opportunity Scholarship. I had daughters in public school, and my oldest was a 7th grader, and the other 4 were in 3rd grade. And I realized my oldest was not getting what she needed in public school, and I was concerned. I just knew that she needed more. I felt she was underserved, and I felt that she wasn't going to get what she needed, and I was worried that, she was just, I guess her brain was going to deteriorate, I guess would be the best word. I'm like, she just needs more. She needs to be pushed. She liked to be pushed. And then her sisters, they started doing Common Core math back then, and some of them were just, feeling less than. They weren't so smart. They were feeling bad about themselves. And that also is not a good feeling as a parent. So I believe this was in 2016. They've been on disability or the Opportunity Scholarship for quite a while. So I called NRCA, North Raleigh Christian Academy, and I spoke to the admissions, and I was like, how does a mother who's a single mom with 5 kids, how would I get my kids into your school? And she told me about the Opportunity Scholarship, and I was like, whoa, this is awesome. And it was a lottery, so I was like, okay, hopefully this can be done. And we were fortunate enough that we got picked, and I was excited thinking, 5 kids, my name will get drawn. Hopefully my name's in the hat 5 times. It wasn't, but hey, we still got picked, so that was phenomenal. It was life-changing. You could see a difference in my children within months of being at the school. My oldest daughter, she was pushed. She got to learn more. She got to take harder classes. She was in Latin, physics. She was in clubs she never thought she would be in. She got to pursue public speaking. Just things that I wanted for her and that I knew she needed and that she knew she needed. It was very nice for her to be able to do that. And that fact that I was able to take her out and choose a school that I knew met her needs and her sister's needs. I feel she just found out she's going to college. She's going to Harvard in the fall, which has literally been her dream since she was 5 years old. She's worked on that dream, and another reason why I knew public school is for her, failing her. Her quadruplet sisters, they're doing great. They all have completely different needs. One of them is on the disability grant because she is hard of hearing. The school meets her needs. She's great. She has her little FN that she wears. She also has the ESA grant, which helps me get her hard of hearing classes when she has a speech. She's able to meet with the lady to help make sure she enunciates, speaks well. They all have their own different needs, and so for our family, being able to choose and get our choice of school that met our needs, whether it be a Christian school, a non-Christian school, this school just happened to meet the needs, which was great for our family. It was K through 12. They all go to the same school. Some of them are great in arts, some of them are great in sports, some of them do a little of all. I urge you, please renew this, because every parent should be able to pick what's best for their child. And all 3 of these, the ESA, the Opportunity, the Disability Grant, it happened to be needed for my family. And I was able to find a school that happened to have a little bit of everything that my children needed. And as a parent, you know what's best for your children. And I just urge that you please do open this up for more kids and keep it going for the kids that currently have it. And thank you so much.
So I'm a mom of 4, and 3 of my kids are school aged. They are kindergarten, 1st and 3rd grade, and then I have a preschooler as well. And my 3 oldest boys, they all receive opportunity scholarships to go to the school of their choice. And we chose this because we thought, as a family, we knew each of our kids had individual and unique needs that needed to be met. Having a family with 4 kids, we thought that would be very difficult in the public school system, thinking they're all going in and going to have to fit the particular school that they're assigned to. So we chose a Montessori school, knowing that a Montessori school would cater to each individual need. They would be on their own level. They would each get their needs met the way that they needed to. And it has been just amazing for our family to be able to have the money. We're not a family. I read articles a lot saying that the Opportunity Scholarship helps people who would already be sending their child to a private school to be able to just make it easier. And that's not us. We could never have done this without the Opportunity Scholarship. My kindergartner, who's here with me today, Lennon, He has been able to attend kindergarten in person this year, which has been amazing. His first year of school, to not have to be virtual like so many of our neighbors have been in kindergarten sitting on a screen. And that's worked for some kids, but it wouldn't have worked for us. And so I'm just so thankful for the opportunity for each of my kids to be able to have their needs met, to be able to, they love school. Each of my children, you ask them, how was school? What did you learn? They light up, they love going to school. And so that's something I want for every child. Every child should have the opportunity to see that learning is amazing, that school is fun, to be known by their teachers and known by their peers, not on a screen, but in person. And so I'm just so thankful for the Opportunity Scholarship that we got to do that, and I would love to see other families be able to have that opportunity as well.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the Assembly. So my name is James Martin. I'm a retired Army combat veteran of Operation Iraqi Freedom, Operation Enduring Freedom. And I'd like to share with you a unique story concerning my daughter, Mia Martin. So my daughter, Mia, has autism. She's been diagnosed since she was 3 years of age, and she's now 11 years old. She was going to public school previously, and some of the IEP meetings were, a little adventuresome. You would walk in, there would be some staff there that you already knew were very challenged with my daughter. And even with a classroom of 15 kids with a special education teacher and assistant, my daughter is quite the handful. So before we even got started, I would say, real quick, my daughter gets woken up at about 5:30 in the morning. She's on a bus between 6 and 6:30. And then I pick her up about 2 o'clock so she can go get ABA therapy, advanced behavioral analysis, at the clinic for 4 hours. I then pick her up at 6 and she's home at 6:30. So she's pulling 12 to 13 hour days, Monday through Friday, and has been doing this for the last 4 years. So unless somebody else is pulling 12-hour days, my daughter needs your help. And that's usually how we would set that up. Last year we went ahead and signed my daughter up for private school, and it was through a New Leaf Academy. A New Leaf Academy is very unique in the sense that it is a clinic and it is a private school put together. First Impressions Academy provides a special education teacher, and the clinic, a New Leaf Therapeutic Clinic, provides the setting. It is a classroom of 6 kids with autism, 6 advanced behavioral analysis technicians and clinicians, and 1 special education teacher. So that's a classroom of 7 adults to 6 kids. And in that environment, she thrives. When we transferred her out, she was about a 1st, 2nd grade level. She should have been going into a 6th. Now, she's at a 4th grade level. Before, she used to not enjoy going to school. Now, we use it as leverage to try and get her to go to bed early. Where it's like, hey, you wanna go to school tomorrow? Okay. So, and the environment that's presented is so unique in the sense that you're not throwing the behavior on top of the education, or vice versa. It is the behavior and the education presented side by side, simultaneously, as the challenges present themselves, Monday through Friday, 8 to 2. And it is incredible. I wish every clinic was doing it. I wish every private school was supporting this. But we have found that diamond in the rough in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And it is the reason why we are staying in North Carolina as a retired Army service member. I mean, this is gonna be home for us. So, and it had everything to do with the quality of life we could provide for our daughter. Because at the end of the day, I can do all the great things in the world, but if I'm not taking care of my daughter and I'm not taking care of my family, then what am I doing, right? So, and these grants and scholarships are so important because it's $13,000 a year to send my daughter to this clinic. And that's just for the education portion. The TRICARE covers the advanced behavior analysis that comes along with it. So it's not an easy task, but for us, it's worth the sacrifice. And so that's important. Most people think, oh, you're just going from public to private school. No, she is going to a specialized education program that is on an individual education plan suiting her individual educational needs on a daily basis. Something that could not be replicated is very difficult to replicate, I would say, in most other states. Mm-hmm. And for me, the scholarships and the grants, to me, it's like the ounce of prevention versus the ton of cure. If you get these kids the help they need right off the bat while they're growing, while they're learning, while they're able to, then they can, I mean, my daughters were smart. They will grow and flourish and they will be brilliant and wonderful. If you don't, you're gonna pay for it on the back end because they're gonna need help when they're older. So I'd rather have the ounce of prevention versus a ton of cure every day and get these kids a chance to fight and flourish with your generous support and your generous help of these grants and scholarships. Thank you so much.